What is up, guys? This is the Crypto Bunker coming live to you on August 11th, 2022. ETH is going to the moon, and I just wanted to say a few things because I haven't riffed on ETH in a while, and just how bullish the merge is actually going to be. And I think the lesson here overall is that don't get caught, follow your own path basically for investing. Um, don't take investment advice from me or anyone else, regardless of how good they've been in the past. The research that you do yourself is the most important. And the way that you look at the world is the most important. The way that you look at your portfolio. And I've gotten screwed off of this, you know, many times basically. So, like as you know, a couple of videos ago when ETH was like 1280, around this levels, I made a video saying I think stocks, crypto are going to keep going up into the merge, which was like September, whatever, 16th, 19th now. Um, and I was right, but I cut myself short around these levels and I tried to short the market and I made a little bit of money on that. I tried to short it again, made a little bit more money, and then luckily got out of my shorts. Added a little bit of ETH, but not a lot. And but basically what I wanted to say was that I'm very bullish on Ethereum, um, regardless of what I ever say in terms of technical analysis. I do believe that we will have a correction, and I have a some cash set aside for that day. So whenever that 30% correction happens, I will be there. I think it actually might happen on the merge day because there's going to be so much craziness happening. Um, Once the ETH merge actually shifts over to proof of stake, um, and if you have your coins in MetaMask on mainnet Ethereum, then you're actually going to get probably a proof of work Ethereum coin. So you're going to have two Ethereum coins for every one that you own, and then you'll be able to dump the other one for free money, basically. So if you haven't done that, definitely do that. Let me know if you need help. I can help do that, help you transfer your coins over to a cold storage wallet, which is safer anyway than having it on exchanges. Um, and so what I wanted to say was that once the merge goes through on September 19th, um, we're going to have a negative supply growth for Ethereum. Okay. Ethereum is a worldwide smart contract platform that is run by developers, community members, random people across the world. Okay. So there's over 200,000 people who run their own nodes. So that makes the network very decentralized. And those people can make decisions on the protocol along with other community members like yourself, myself. Everyone has a say in the greater Ethereum ecosphere, which is like basically Twitter and just other places, um, which also helps make it decentralized. So it's basically a non-sovereign asset, right? So it doesn't belong to any nation state. It belongs to the people. So it's like Bitcoin in that way. It doesn't belong to anyone. Vitalik, is the guy who created it, but that doesn't mean that he's the owner of it. He admits that. Obviously, he knows that he's not like a dictator. All the Bitcoin maxis have maximalists try to say that he is, but he's definitely not. Um, and so once Ethereum goes through with the merge, we will have the issuance of Ethereum, the token, dropping from $16 billion in Ethereum per year to $2 billion. So the $16 billion issuance right now goes to the miners. That sell pressure will go away. So you then have the 2 billion, which go to stakers, and that is most likely not going to be sold because those people believe in the network. They want to stake with the network, right? Um, so it basically goes from basically what I'm saying is that once the merge goes through, it goes from 5.5 million ETH that are issued per year, which is a plus 3.7 supply growth, to 600,000 ETH issuance per year to stakers, which is a negative 0.3. Now, the other thing about it is that EIP 1559 is still happening. So I might as well just bring this screen up. But this is ultrasound.money. And this just shows you can simulate what will happen with the merge and the current issuance and supply growth. But the burn is still happening now. So we're burning 1 million ETH per year currently. If you look at it since last year, we've actually burned 2.5 million ETH in a year. It's actually been almost exactly a year since this happened. And if you simulate the merge, you can see that with actually the burn, it might be negative 1.6. So you're getting paid two different ways to hold ETH. So the price doesn't really matter even. That's the thing. Like the price, like I'm done trading ETH. Like I've done it a couple times in my life. It's not easy. If anything, you trade it to the upside. You don't trade it to the downside. Because first of all, people are in it for this trade where you're going to get a second Ethereum. You're going to get like free money. It's like an airdrop. It's like when Bitcoin forked from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. The people who held Bitcoin actually got free Bitcoin Cash. So it just doubled. And then some of the people have held it ever since then, right? So um so there's going to be that opportunity. But then you're also getting paid by the network because the network is burning Ethereum tokens. So if you hold Ethereum tokens, it's basically like a share buyback in stocks. So you're holding a company that is buying back your Ethereum, except there's no chance of them dumping it in the future because it just is burned. So it's like a buyback that it just never comes back. It's like a buyback and those shares are gone forever, which is insane. And then you're getting the staking rewards. Once that goes through, most people will stake that are long-term holders. And so you're getting those rewards probably about 4 to 5%. Right now it says 4.6%. I think this will go up. So I think it'll at least be 5%. And so, and this is the ETH supply projection. So you can actually see that the peak supply for ETH will be at the merge date. That will be the peak supply of all time. So you have a month left to accumulate ETH. And after that, the supply of ETH will only get harder and harder to acquire. And the crazy thing is that really like not even that many people are using the network right now. That's why the gas fees are so low. If you're using the network, it hasn't really been, it's been very easy to use. It's a good time to, mess around, do a MetaMask swap so you can get that airdrop from MetaMask, buy an NFT or something, stuff like that, transferring NFTs, a lot of that stuff that you need to do. Usually, you want to do that now because it's like $2 to $6 transaction fees. It's almost like using Arbitrum, like a layer two, which is great. So that just tells you though that we're not even burning that much ETH right now because transaction fees are getting burned still. But when a lot of people are using the network, that just is going to make ETH even more scarce. So that like this might not be felt exactly in terms of the effect until maybe whatever the next bull market is, which might, I don't know when, but um I think that it's basically just really bullish because it's it's crazy. I mean, look at all the ETH we burned. Yeah, 2.5 million, 4 ETH per minute. So you're just getting paid constantly to hold ETH because it's becoming more and more scarce all the time, right? But you're not only getting paid by just holding it. Like you wouldn't even have to stake it and you're still getting paid. But you can also stake it and you also get paid. Um, as you can see, the burn rate for non-stakers, see, like you're getting paid 2.4% per year for non-stakers to hold ETH. And then on top of that, you're probably going to get like 6 to 10% at the beginning, I think. So you could get up to like 12%. And it's like this is like a risk-free 12%. Like this is just the network changing from proof of work to proof of stake. Um, Not to mention the fact that all of these layer twos on Ethereum are working beautifully. Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon. I like Arbitrum the best. And if you haven't used Arbitrum, I would definitely recommend getting on there. That's another free money opportunity. Um, I think I typed it in wrong, but it's arbitrum.io. You can go to the bridge.arbitrum.io. And if you have your tokens in MetaMask, you can then just transfer from mainnet to Arbitrum One. It's pretty easy, and you would be able to do that. I keep at least zero point 0.1 ETH on here because I've done a bunch of transactions on Arbitrum, and I'm just waiting for the airdrop at this point. So I want to make sure that I have the minimum balance that might be required for the airdrop. Um, so a lot of cool things coming. Arbitrum airdrop, ETH airdrop. But I do think that it's going to be crazy on September 19th. And I think that there's a big possibility that we make a run up until the merge, and then we might have that 30% correction that I'm looking for. And so I will only deploy this cash for a 30% pullback. You could say 28% to 30 probably. But anything lighter than that, I mean, I'm not going to do it because I know that those pullbacks happen at least like 3 or 4 times a year. Um, and we're up like over 100% from the lows. So, um, but again, like I said, it's hard to predict because again, the most supply that there will ever be of Ethereum is September of 2022. And so now that people know that, it's almost feels like a race, to be honest, to accumulate ETH. I mean, it's crazy. Like this is one of the biggest things to ever happen in the world, in my opinion. And, you know, all the ESG funds that can't invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum right now, they're going to be able to invest in Ethereum after the merge goes through. So, you know, the, you can just like if you watch CNBC or you listen to some of these like investing podcasts or just people talking about macroeconomics, things like that, they're missing the big picture of where the next generation of investors is headed. They're headed to the Ethereum ecosystem, in my opinion. A lot of companies have already teamed up with Ethereum to provide NFTs for their customers. Um, there's going to be so many uses that people do in terms of using Ethereum, and I just think that like I don't know when these people are going to get in because there's all this money out there sloshing around, and the Fed has printed so much money. Um, it almost feels like crypto is going to take the brunt of that in a positive way, in terms of like where is this money all going to go? Because companies' earnings are going to be bad going forward. We've had peak earnings for this cycle. So if you're looking to invest in stocks, you may be out of luck because I mean, in my opinion, the best things to hold right now are cash, Ethereum, gold and silver, physical, and maybe you own like volatility in an ETF form so that you can capitalize on any big crashes that come, because I still am thinking that this is a bear market rally for stocks. Um, and maybe Ethereum goes along with that, but maybe it doesn't because why would it, right? It's not a company. It's an asset outside of the earnings debacle that is going to happen. There is no earnings. And you're going to be getting paid this money to hold this asset that is like very scarce and essentially is like holding the S&P 500 of crypto. So you're holding the S&P 500 of crypto, you're getting paid a 6% rate to hold it, plus you're getting paid 2.5% by the burn. And that could increase depending on how much network usage is happening. So people are equivalating this to a triple halving. So a halving event for Bitcoin is when the miner reward is cut in half. This is cutting the miner reward totally, right? Um, and then it's also creating less sell pressure because you're paying the people who believe in the network through staking, plus you're doing the burn. So I think those are the three things that are like, that's why they say the triple halving event. Um, so anything can happen here. Anything can happen. We could have a huge pullback because we're overbought, or we could just keep going because it would make sense because it's, again, like all the things I've already stated. So hopefully you guys got something out of the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and have a great day.